responsibilities in the district: the United States Park Police, the Capitol Police, and sometimes we use the DC Guard on those large scale events. So we approach all of those events in that way. The federal government, however, is responsible for federal facilities like the White House and Lafayette Park in front of the White House. And all of the people that you saw, and I assume you're referring to the very unfortunate event where peaceful protesters were cleared from in front of the park. And they were all federal police, we believe, under the command of the Attorney General.
Okay, so in the future, have you and the federal government coordinated such that if something like that happened again, it would be clear who's in charge of policing things, or has that not worked out yet?
Well, it is clear who's in charge of policing things. I think from the federal point of view, which I can't tell them how to do their business, that you're right to question if there was a legitimate chain of command. Who were the park police listening to? Who were the National Guardsmen assigned to listen to? Because then nobody can really think of a situation where the Attorney General should be directing those officials. So those are some things that certainly have to be worked out on the federal end, and it may come down to the Congress getting the right answers.
Well, there's a bill in Congress now that would prevent the president from federalizing the DC police force, I believe. I believe the president must have the authority somehow to federalize the DC police force. Is that a realistic possibility that he would do that, or that bill will pass?
Well, I think no one ever thought of a scenario where that threat would be made, or certainly that it would ever happen. But there is a provision in our home rule charter. It has some hurdles, but they're not very high hurdles that would enable the president to require the mayor of the district to release the Metropolitan Police Department, which we would regard as a very not just a significant affront to our autonomy that's granted to us, but we think it would make the district less safe. Because the federal government, with whatever chain of command they have determined, would not be in the best position to provide local policing.
Okay, so speaking of Congress, there's a number of other bills in Congress